Get ready to learn English with me. I'll be your teacher today.
Yeah, you heard that right. Today I brought Batman himself to help me teach you some useful expressions in English that every B2 learner needs to know. I'll be defining these expressions today, and Batman will be giving you some example sentences. Let's get started. Hey there, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another video. My main goal with this channel is to help B1 learners get to B2 level and then later C1 and C2 levels of proficiency and fluency in English. Welcome to the channel if you are new. So let's get started here with the first expression for today. The expression is to crack down on. To crack down on. This means to take severe measures against or to become stricter with a person or group, or regarding an activity. Another definition could be to put a stop to something by the use of force, authority, or repressive action, or even to start dealing with bad or illegal behavior in a much more severe or forceful way. In other words, this expression, to crack down on something, means to impose strict rules, punishments, or enforcement to suppress, control, or end something like crime, disobedience, or even a particular bad practice. Here's Batman with an example.
Criminals of Gotham, your reign of terror is over. Tonight, I crack down on every corner of this city.
Oh, awesome, isn't it? This Batman even sounds British. I've never heard British Batman before. But you see, he's dead serious, isn't it? Criminals of Gotham, your reign of terror is over. Tonight, I crack down on every corner of the city. So we understand that Batman is going to impose the law on every corner of the city tonight. You know, even if that means using force, which I'm sure he does. Awesome, isn't it? Let's move on to expression number 2 now, which is the long haul. The long haul. The long haul is an idiom that refers to a relatively long period of time, especially one involving sustained effort, difficulty, or commitment. It emphasizes perseverance over a long duration rather than quick results. Let me give you an example here. Listen, we are in this research project for the long haul, and we are prepared for years of work. You see? So when you use phrases like for the long haul or even over the long haul, you are referring to usually this definition of a long time. You're going to work on a task for a long time until it is completed. Now, let me bring in Batman again with another example. Check it out.
To save Gotham is not a sprint. I am in this for the long haul, and I will endure until the city is safe, no matter the years.
All right, this Batman now sounds much younger. Maybe this is Batman in the beginning of his career. It reminds me a little bit of that game, Batman Arkham Origins, where you play as a young Bruce Wayne and Batman. But isn't that sentence cool? Listen, to save Gotham is not a sprint. I am in this for the long haul. So Batman is in this pursuit of justice for Gotham for a long time. And he says, I will endure until the city is safe, no matter the years. So when you endure something, you get through it. You don't give up. You stick to it, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult it is. So we can understand that Batman here is in this journey of saving Gotham for the long haul. The next expression we have is to play it by ear. To play it by ear. This is an idiom that means to decide how to deal with a situation as it develops, rather than relying on a fixed, prearranged plan. In other words, to improvise or act spontaneously based on events and circumstances, or to make up a plan as you go along. It has this idea of improvisation. This phrase obviously originates from music, where to play by ear means to perform a song without reading written sheet music, relying instead of one's memory, hearing, and instinct. It's like you learn the song as you listen to it. So here's an example. We don't know what time the movie will finish, so let's just play it by ear when deciding where to go for dinner. Let's just improvise. We figure out when the time comes. Here's Batman again with another example.
Plans are for those who can afford to be predictable. In Gotham, you must rely on instinct. I play it by ear, adapting to the chaos as it unfolds.
Really cool. So Batman plays it by ear, adapting to the chaos as it unfolds. And it makes perfect sense. I mean, crime in Gotham City is quite unpredictable, so you never know what the night is going to bring you. So yeah, Batman, even though he might try to plan his tactics, it doesn't always work. He has to play it by ear because, otherwise he doesn't do his job well. And this is a nice expression that he's using here, adapting to the chaos as it unfolds, okay? When something unfolds, something happens. So as the chaos happens, basically, Batman plays it by ear and adapts to it. The next expression is all-nighter. This is an informal noun that basically means to stay up all night studying or working on something. That is the most common meaning here. It's usually used in academic and professional contexts, and it refers to this period of staying up all night, deliberately skipping sleep to complete an urgent task like an assignment, a project, or even studying for an exam. Here's an example. I had to pull an all-nighter to finish my final paper before the deadline. In other words, I had to stay up all night working on this paper. Here's Batman again.
For me, there are no nights for rest. Only all-nighters.
Oh, Batman, you sound tired, man. Get some sleep. But apparently, he can't get some sleep because, there's no time for rest, as he says. He's been having only all-nighters. The next expression is to keep an eye on something or to keep an eye on someone. This is an idiom, again, that means to watch or monitor something or someone carefully. This is often done to ensure that the subject is safe, satisfactory, or not causing any trouble. It also means to look after or take care of someone or something temporarily, like, oh, can you keep an eye on my son here for a while? And to pay continued close attention to an evolving situation or variable. Essentially, it means to maintain a constant, careful vigilance. Here's an example. Could you keep an eye on the pot so the water doesn't boil over? Or, we need to keep an eye on the stock market for the next few months. You see, we need to monitor it carefully. Now, here's Batman.
Gotham is always watched. I keep an eye on every shadow, every street. Nothing escapes my vigilance.
Ooh, I like his eyes there in that clip. Really cool, yeah? They look kind of greenish, So yeah, he keeps an eye on every shadow, every street. Nothing escapes his vigilance. Amazing. So Batman is always keeping an eye on Gotham City. The next expression is to get to the bottom of something. Very common idiom as well. It basically means to discover the real, fundamental, or hidden reason for something, a problem, a mystery, or a situation. Also, to investigate thoroughly until the complete truth or cause is revealed. And finally, to find the basic underlying quality or origin of an issue. So the bottom here represents the deepest, most foundational part of a problem, of a mystery, of a matter. Here's an example. The auditors were determined to get to the bottom of the missing funds. So they were determined to investigate it until they found the truth. Now, here's Batman.
They hide the truth. I will always get to the bottom of it.
Aside from being a great fighter, Batman is also a great detective. So he always gets to the bottom of mysteries, especially those mysteries that the Riddler, for example, presents to him. The riddles. The next expression, to be in over one's head. One here refers to a person. It could be to be in over your head, to be in over my head, all right? So it's an idiom that means to be deeply involved in a situation that is too difficult, too complex, or dangerous for a person to manage or get out of. Also, to have taken on more than one can handle due to a lack of capacity, resources, or even understanding. And figuratively, it suggests being submerged in water past the point where one can keep one's head above the surface. Basically, you are in a situation where you can't quite handle properly. Here's an example. He took out so many loans for the business that he realized he was deeply in over his head. to bring that analogy of the water again, that makes sense, right? He took out so many loans for the business that he realized he was deeply in over his head. So it's almost like he's drowning in all this financial debt, and he's been just being able to emerge quickly, take a breath, and then submerge again. And then emerge quickly, take a breath, submerge again. Picture that situation. You are in over your head. But here's Batman with another example.
Criminals mistake ambition for capability. When they find they are in over their heads, that is when I appear.
Oh, really cool, yeah? Criminals mistake ambition for capability. When they find they are in over their heads, that is when I appear. Really cool. So criminals sometimes, they attempt criminal plans that are just too ambitious, and then they are not ready to execute those plans properly. So they make a mistake, and that's when Batman appears. Really cool. And finally, we have the last expression, to take matters into your own hands. This is quite literal, isn't it? You take matters into your own hands. This means you deal with a problem yourself rather than waiting for other people, particularly those responsible, to take action. Also, it means to assume control or responsibility for a situation when other people have failed to do so. This phrase often implies a sense of urgency, dissatisfaction with the existing authorities in action, and a decisive, proactive step to resolve a crisis. It can sometimes carry the connotation of acting outside of official or established procedures. For example, after the building manager ignored the leaky roof for weeks, the tenants decided to take matters into their own hands and hired a private contractor. In this context here, a tenant is a person who rents an apartment or a house. So if you rent a place to live, you don't buy it, you are a tenant. Got it? But now here's Batman with another example.
When the city fails, I step in. I take matters into my own hands.
That is my favorite clip. Batman, come on, man. You gotta fix that grapple thing. It doesn't seem to be working properly. But anyway, Batman said, I take matters into my own hands. And it makes perfect sense because many times the police of Gotham cannot control or capture all the criminals. So Batman needs to take matters into his own hands and capture the criminals because the police just can't do it by themselves. But fix that grapple, Batman. That's not looking good. And there you have it. These are 8 expressions that I believe every B2 learner needs to know. Just to recap, expression number 1, to crack down on something. Number 2, the long haul. Number 3, to play it by ear. Number 4, an all-nighter, or to pull an all-nighter. Number 5, to keep an eye on something or someone. Number 6, to get to the bottom of something. Number 7, to be in over your head, his head, their head. And number 8, to take matters into your own hands. But Batman has one final message to give you. Listen closely.
If you don't review these expressions, you have just wasted your precious time. Don't do that.
Absolutely. Batman is absolutely right here. And now, as a next step, you gotta review all these expressions. Add them to your vocabulary list. Add them to your vocabulary app and actively review them enough times until they become part of your vocabulary in English. If you want more help with your English, I'm offering a one-on-one fluency discovery call. This is a 90-minute session on Zoom where you and I will talk. I'll be asking you questions, listening to you, and the purpose of this session is for me to help you diagnose your current level of English and also come up with an action plan of things you can do to get to the next level. So if you are feeling a little bit lost with your level, you don't know what your level is or what you have to do to improve, you need some more clarity, book a 90-minute fluency discovery call with me. The link is here in the description of the video, also in the pinned comment below. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and talking to you for 90 minutes. And if you are new here, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave me a comment, maybe letting me know what character you want me to use to teach English with in the future. that will be fun. You know, that's the beauty of AI tools nowadays. They allow us to be creative like that. So if you have any suggestions for future videos like this, drop them in the comment section below. I'm Thiago, I'm signing off. Thank you so much, and I'll be talking to you very soon in the upcoming video. Oh, by the way, don't leave yet, because that just reminded me of a nice video I published here on the channel a few months ago that might be interesting for you. So right here, go check it out.